being a mom is fun. It's not stressing me out. I can totally build my business while I be an awesome mom. So labels and names that we give things or names that things are given stick and create more strongly. What I did one time with my daughters in the same situation, I was pursuing business goals and I was like, I do not have time to make the dinner from scratch and everything. And they wanted to play. And I was like, and I don't even have time to make dinner for tonight. Like it's leftovers. Okay. How great of a sales tool is the word leftovers? Bad. It's a bad sales tool. Nobody wants it. But what I did is I took their little, they were little gals then. And so I had a little mini card table, a little pink mini card table, a little mini card pink chairs that sat up to it for 6, 7, 8-year-olds, right? And at the time we had a big enough laundry room that I could set the table in the laundry room, which was right next off the kitchen. And so I said, guess what, girls? And I'm like, oh, I'm a genius. I get mom points for this. Tonight, we are doing cafe laundry. And they're like, oh, what's cafe laundry? And so I said, you can't go in the laundry room until it's time. So I took their little pink card table in the laundry room and I put a fancy tablecloth and I like grabbed something to stick as a centerpiece and I put on the fancy dishes and I set their little table in the middle of, like, I scooched aside the dirty laundry and I went to all the leftovers and I like made a list. And I'm like, okay. And I made it on a fancy paper. I made 2 lists so they each had a menu. And I made a little sign on the door, cafe laundry. And at the appropriate time when dinner reservations opened and the restaurant was opened, I opened the door and I allowed them to come in and I seated them carefully at cafe laundry. Oh, they were so tickled. I presented them with menus, anything on the menu you can order. Whatever we want for dinner. Yes. And they looked down the list of leftovers and they each were able to order whatever they wanted off the menu. And they sat and I brought them special drinks in their special cups and they dined at Cafe Laundry while I did other stuff in the kitchen. Did I create an experience? Yeah. Darn right. 20 years later, they still talk about Cafe Laundry. And I'm like, I know that was leftovers. And that was a highlight of their childhood. Labels matter, right? Yeah. And so you see how you can take the ordinary mom moments and transform them into a beautiful gift and a memory, right? It didn't take much longer. I had to make a sign. I had to bring the table into the laundry room, which, by the way, they did not want me to remove the table. They wanted cafe laundry every day. And so I had to then draw another boundary. We only do cafe laundry on certain days. It's special. It's not available every day because some days I have to actually make dinner that can become leftovers, right? So can you see how it can be easier and effortless?
Yeah.
Than you might have thought.
Yeah. Yeah, that requires some creativity. I gotta work on that.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, being a mom is fun. It's not stressing me out. I can totally build my business while I be an awesome mom.